Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wipa. Welcome back to the World of Warcraft Legion beta. Today we're taking a look at Havoc Demon Hunters, and firstly, some of the problems they have at higher levels and how to correct them. Now, first off, if you're just trying the Demon Hunter out on live, then you probably aren't running into any of these concerns yet. Demon Hunters are pretty damn overpowered at the beginning of Legion, so I would assume that they're more powerful than a lot of the stuff in Warlords of Draenor content, so you're probably having a great time being overpowered and beating the shit out of stuff on Draenor. And that's great. Enjoy it while it lasts, guys, because once you get to past level 105, once you get up to level 108 or so specifically, you're going to run into a little bit of problems when when Demon Hunters get brought in line with every other class. So, I'll explain what I mean on that. Basically, Demon Hunters have a self-healing ability which comes after they kill an enemy, which are soul fragments. So the soul fragments you get are major soul fragments after you kill an enemy. They only pop up by default after you kill an enemy, as I've chosen a talent that allows lesser soul fragments to be sheared off during the fight. I get like one or two of them, and I'll get into that a little bit later, but yeah, you kind of run into some problems when you have really strong single targets such as silver elites, and there's a lot of those in Legion. So this build is designed to address that specifically. It's not necessarily going to get rid of every single problem with health regeneration and let you kill absolutely everything, but it will help a lot with sustainability. Come to think of it, it'll also help quite a bit with dealing with groups of mobs. So, let's dive in here. This build is centered around a talent known as Soul Rending, which gives you 100% Leech. Leech is the stat that gives you basically vampiric abilities. You steal health for as much damage as you deal with Leech for this one, because it's 100%. So, you get that every single time you enter Metamorphosis, which on the surface doesn't seem like much because Metamorphosis is an ability that's on a 5-minute cooldown, so you're like, great, Metamorphosis is now holy crap button, that's about it, whoop-de shit. That is not actually the case. This is so much better than that, so much better. What it should say is every time you enter demonic form, you get this benefit. Because what ends up happening is that demonic form is every single time you cast I-Beam, probably Chaos Nova as well, but definitely I-Beam causes you to go into demonic form for its duration. And it counts that as well. So every single time you cast I-Beam, you will get Leech for 100% of I-Beam's damage. But it gets better with other talents. There's another talent at the very bottom of the tree that causes you to go into demon form. As you can see right here, I'm doing it right now on the screen, for 5 seconds after the duration of I-Beam's damage. So once I-Beam stops dealing damage, you go into demon form for 5 seconds, and that also allows you to do 100% of your damage as Leech. So every last point of damage that you're dealing, you're getting it right back as healing. Just fantastic. So let's dive right into the talent build now, shall we? Alright, so I'm just going to go through this build from first to last, and I'll explain the synergies along the way here. So, first off, at level 99, the very first talent we get is Blind Fury. This increases the duration of I-Beam for 50%, which means that I-Beam will do more damage, and since I-Beam also heals with Soul Rending, that means 50% more healing, which is awesome. So I consider that to be a must-have in this particular tree. Next up, at level 100, we get our second talent, which is called Demonic Appetite. It causes Chaos Strikes, which is one of our big hits, to have a chance to shear off a lesser soul fragment. Soul fragments, as I mentioned, they heal the Demon Hunter, and with this talent they also grant 30 Fury, which is the Demon Hunter's unique resource. Also, lesser soul fragments are commonly seen for Vengeance Demon Hunters, the tanking ones. They use these as their healing mechanic, so as soon as I saw this, I was like, hell yeah, I want this. It's not essential to our build, however, it is extremely useful to have. So that's why I chose that one. I'd say it's strongly recommended, but not essential. Next up is the talent at 104, which is Soul Rending, the anchor of our build. As mentioned before, you gain 100% Leech, so every bit of damage you deal, you get back as a heal, and whenever you activate Metamorphosis, it says every time you enter Demon Form, basically, there's abilities that allow you to enter Demon Form a lot more often than every 5 minutes. So, this is obviously essential. It will give you healing every single time you cast I-Beam. Moving on. So, at level 106, there's actually isn't anything to help us at level 106. There's some good abilities, but nothing synergizes well with the build, so I chose Fell Eruption. It's a powerful single-target attack that stuns, which you're thinking, oh geez, it stuns, it's going to be useless in raiding. Nope. Read the rest of the tooltip. If the target is immune to a stun, then it deals 100% more damage. So, I consider this one to be optional. It's really damn good. It's only on a 35-second cooldown, and it hits like a Mack truck, but it is optional, because it doesn't synergize with everything else. At level 108, we have Demon Reborn. When you activate Metamorphosis, and from testing this extensively with my Demon Hunter, it looks like only when you activate Metamorphosis, you will get a reset on the cooldown for the abilities I-Beam, Chaos Nova, and Blur, which is very useful because these are all very good survivability abilities. So that makes Demon Form or Metamorphosis very useful. But this is only recommended. Finally, we have the last ability, which is also probably the second most important ability in this. It's called Demonic. So, I-Beam causes you to enter Demon Form after it finishes damage, for 5 seconds. So if you let it go for its full duration, it'll heal you for all the damage that I-Beam dealt, plus it'll heal you for whatever damage you deal for 5 seconds in your Demon Form. And, yeah, thanks to Soul Rending, it'll do that like crazy. And this build will allow you to do some pretty ridiculous things, like take on a group of ads while fighting a very, very powerful Silver Elite. And in a second here, we're going to jump in, and we're actually going to show you what it's like to do that, because ultimately this build is primarily built for showing you how to solo the content here, and here's a particularly nasty Silver Elite with his Silver Elite hounds. I believe he's a Hound Master of some description. And we're going to be using every single tool in our Demon Hunter toolbox pretty much to take this son of a bitch down. Starting off with Blur to increase our dodge chance and to reduce damage. And as you can see, we're getting hit like crazy. It's painful. So once we got down to around like between 20 and 25 to 30% health, we popped I-Beam. We were able to not only get back a lot of health, but we were able to also kill one of the just regular mobs in there. So we were able to grab some soul fragments. Remember, whenever something dies, you get back a decent chunk of life thanks to a soul fragment. Something pretty substantial, like 30% of your life. I think it's more like 25% is what it's actually designed for, but it feels like it's a lot. Anyway, as you can see, taking a lot of damage from this guy. We'll probably have to pop Demon Form for this. It's been a while since I recorded it, so I don't particularly remember. That's another I-Beam. So we'll get the bonus from that. And actually, no, Demon Form is not necessary for this. We didn't have to go all out. And there you go. We're able to do that as DPS, which is a fairly decent achievement in Legion, from what I can tell. So, it's made a little bit easier by the fact that currently the beta has me at kind of a ridiculously high gear level. If you go in on live when you get to level 100, you'll probably get your ass kicked over and over again if you try that. But, yeah. Results may vary, I'll put it that way. So, anyway guys, I hope you found that to be useful. Unfortunately, what you're seeing here, you can only get the very beginnings of it at the moment, because you can only get the level 99 and level 100 talent. But once Legion goes live, this will definitely be very, very helpful for you guys, and I'm hoping it saves you some of the trouble that I was running into in the beta, where I died repeatedly because I chose my talents just by... I chose my talents willy-nilly, which didn't work out so well. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy this video. I will attempt to make some more stuff like this. I do mostly tanking videos. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.